June 14, 2014, from the Rogers Arena in Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada. It was UFC 174. And on the undercard, in the prelims, we had a lightweight fight between Jason Saggo and Josh Shockley. Saggo is 5'11 at $155, and Shockley 6'1, also $155. And this fight was over early as Saggo wins by TKO as he just unloaded on Shockley with the fury of punches just as the round was about to come to a close, the first round. But before the round could come to a close, Shockley is called out by the referee, and Saggo is victorious by way of TKO as he was just pounding and pounding on him. And Jason Saggo wins this fight with the first round TKO. And in the second fight of the event, we had Roland Delorme versus Michinori Tanaka. Delorme is 5'9", weighing 135 pounds, and Tanaka is 5'5", also weighing 135 pounds. These two are both bantamweights. And this match went the full distance, so it was pretty even throughout. And at the end, it went to the judges, and Michinori Tanaka remains undefeated as he wins by unanimous decision. So Michinori Tanaka gets the win in this bout. And in the third fight of the night, the first fight of the prelims that was aired actually on FX, it was Kajan Johnson versus Hyun Bang. And Johnson is 5'11", $155, and Bang is 5'9", also $155, as these two were going at it in a lightweight bout. And this match went to the third round, and in the third round, Bang unloaded. He banged out Johnson, and he knocked him out 2 minutes into round 3. It was a pretty good fight going back and forth, even though there was actually a lot of blood in this match. The second round was like a blood everywhere. They were just like rolling around, and just the blood that was coming off of Bang, I think, actually. But he ended up knocking out Johnson in round 3. So Bang wins this bout. And in the prelims, in the second match that we saw on FX, it was Yves versus Mike Easton in a bantamweight bout. And both of these fighters are 5'6" and coming in at $135 in this match. And it was pretty even throughout. They're very evenly matched. And it went the distance, and it went to decision. And they had about the same amount of strikes, just Shockley had a slight advantage, and he gets the unanimous decision as Yves wins over Mike Easton. And in the third fight on FX, from the prelims and the undercard, we'd had a couple fights earlier on Fight Pass, but the third fight on FX was between Valerie Letourneau and Elizabeth Phillips. And these two women were going at it in a bantamweight bout. And Letourneau had an inch on Phillips as she's 5'7", and Phillips is 5'6", and they both come in at 135, that bantamweight. And this was a pretty evenly matched bout between these two women. They were both giving it to each other. Some nice strikes. They had exactly the same amount of strikes, 28, and it went the distance, and it was so close to call that it came down to the decision, and it was a split decision, and it was in favor of the hometown favorite, Valerie Letourneau, as she gets the victory over Elizabeth Phillips here at UFC 174. And the fourth bout of the prelims on FX, we already had a couple bouts earlier on the Fight Pass, but the fourth bout on FX was a welterweight bout between Daniel Sarafian and Kiichi Kunimoto. Sarafian had a slight advantage in height as he's 6 foot tall, and Kunimoto was 5'10". So he had a 2-inch height advantage. They're both 170. Sarafian has a record of 8-4 coming into the fight, and Kunimoto is 16-5. And this match was over quick In the first round, Kunimoto chokes out Sarafian with a rear naked choke, and he gets him to tap out, and Kunimoto is victorious at UFC 174.